This episode is brought to you by Playapod, the best cross-platform podcast app for iOS and Android. Just visit playapod.com and download it for free.
When you were born, the doctor turned around and slapped your mother?
You son of a motherless goat!
Does Barry Manilow know that you raid his wardrobe?
It looks to me like the best part of you ran down the crack of your mama's ass and ended up as a brown stain on the mattress.
Hey, laser lips! Your mama was a snowblower.
You stuck-up, half-witted, scruffy-looking nerve herder.
Recorded in the HFTI podcasting headquarters.
I'll use small words that you'll be sure to understand, you warthog-faced buffoon.
They're just two regular nobodies that can argue about anything.
I don't like your jerk-off face, I don't like your jerk-off behavior, and I don't like you.
From music and movies to daily life and terrible people. You're listening to Here for the Insults.
What did you say? I'm sorry. Actually, what I said was...
Hosted by Big Matt Fisher and Sean Deakins.
Why you keep me waiting so long? Yeah, waiting around here for way too long. Yeah, the day they came and gone. Guess I'm going to have to wait some
we get through all that shit. Bienvenido. Welcome to another episode of Here for the Insults podcast. I am Big Matt Fisher, seated across the bar from me as per usual. Well, not per usual.
It is per usual.
He's back after...
If you look at the percentage of episodes, it is per usual.
Yeah, it's true. Last week it was just me and Buddha. This one will be put out. I got another one that I canned. He knows about. I don't know when we'll put that out. You can probably put that out like ASAP. I don't really want to sit on it.
Why?
Why
not have one?
Because I don't like. I can get you another one. Now that I figured it out on my own, I can get you way more episodes on myself by myself. I'm way more motivated anyway. I got like all this stuff getting set up down here. We've done some. There's been some work done down at the HFTI podcasting center's bomb shelter.
There's like tons of terribly dangerous electrical work.
We had to amp up the power watts down here and such. I had the guy I play bass with in my band came down here, and he is an absolute.
Don't lie, Buddha wired up this whole place. I can tell.
The Buddha did not wire this whole place up. However, I did have Buddha come down here and mess with some of the sound gear. But, I mean...
What does he know?
He knows what he's talking about.
He couldn't explain shit to me.
Here's the issue. He did it on, like, a commercial and professional level with way, way, way higher end gear.
Yeah.
At way more expensive prices. So, basically, everything Buddha does when he comes here to talk to me about sound and stuff is just like tell me how pitiful all this shit is, or whatever. Like, oh, we wouldn't use that. Oh, we had this, and I heard that that was cheap.
You also had a $15,000 budget.
I know, it was the same thing when he's giving me the shit about the fucking mic.
He wanted to get a $6,000 microphone.
Oh, well, the $300 microphone, that's still really on the cheap end of things. Like, well, the circus, we usually use wireless mics, and they run almost close to $2,000. Yes, and that makes sense because you're playing arenas.
What we're doing. This is a circus, but it is not the Ringling Brothers Barnum and Bailey circus.
And hey, guess what? Is one that still exists and one that doesn't. Okay. Yeah, we don't beat animals here.
That's
true.
So
our mics are still up and hot.
I beat things, not animals.
Yeah, he beats himself
or women like you.
I don't beat women.
I do beat myself.
Yeah, I think we all do.
Hey, there's not an episode of me telling a story about punching a girl in her stomach.
Oh, yeah. Never mind.
All right.
Yeah, no, I did get, I got a message or two about that.
Did you really?
Yeah. Not
From people who knew the story?
No, I honestly, I don't think I ever really, discussed that. That wasn't anything, I just remembered it.
Right.
I hadn't thought about that in forever.
Please see a therapist.
It probably wouldn't be. I have before in the past. It probably wouldn't be a bad idea to.
Have you?
Yeah, when in high school.
Was it any good? Or were you too young to maybe appreciate it?
I think so, and it was directed by my parents. So, and obviously, there's still my mom would be in the other room. But I always concerned myself was I can't really be fully open with this lady.
Right.
Because, like, yeah, there's a confidentiality even though I'm a minor. But I guess I don't know where that cuts off. Because, you know, since I'm a minor and I'm there with my parent, I mean, I'm sure as a therapist they're going to, like, try to keep certain things under wraps, but we would always have a discussion afterwards with her.
Right.
And it was mainly regarding my temper. Like, in high school, you know, I start, like, what's funny now is, like, they're making, like, memes to make fun of it. There was one, and it was just a hole, like, punched a hole in the wall, and it was like, this is how a white dude says he loves you. And I was like, I fucking died laughing. Oh, well, no, it was, like, 2 hole marks, like, next to each other that looked like a heart.
Right.
Yeah. And I was like, fuck. Because I've totally been that guy.
You're right about the confidentiality stuff because, you know, I could go in there and be like, hey, I'm thinking about blowing my head off.
Well,
and they'd be like, do you have any guns? And I'd be like, 9. And they'd ship me off to the fucking loony bin.
I understand that. That's mainly like when something becomes very serious. But that's also kind of like I would feel like the backswing of going to see a therapist. If you're obviously, listen, I mean, I get that they're taking steps because they don't want you to kill yourself. But I also feel like it's going to be fucking awful when you get hauled off and put into the, you know what I mean? To like I don't know what you would call it. Not the asylum. It's not insane asylum.
It would be not insane, but it would be like the
loony bin.
The
madhouse.
What's the one in Ellicott City? Shepherd Pratt? Yeah. Shepherd Pratt. Because you get like a mental evaluation and all that stuff.
I know, but
you know what? Don't see therapists.
Yeah, just
live with it.
Drink alcohol.
Bury it. Bury it
deep and cover that bitch up with drugs and alcohol. Like,
bury it.
Yeah. Until it comes out in like some sort of other like self-destructive behavior.
Exactly.
You know?
Then you'll find that proper way to vent. Whether that be the bottom of a bottle, hypo.
Yeah, I know you were hollering all kinds of shit at me last night, and you were like, I'm so fucked, blah, blah. and I was like, the first thing I was like, are you canceling on me? Because like I was like, he's either canceling on me or he's about to drunk and rant and rave at me. And I still had the band guys here, so it was like. Yeah, like I mean, what was that, like around 9 or something last night, something like that?
God, they didn't
early. They didn't leave till like 11, I don't think.
I was blackout.
Well, I hit you back up, but it was later, and at that point it said you hadn't been active, so I figured you went to bed.
I can't remember the last time I went to bed, but I know what you mean. Yeah. Because you sent me the picture of the.
Oh yeah.
Got more outlooks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then you were like going on I was like, oh, here he goes. I was like, he's drunk.
Tonight's the night.
I was like, he's drunk, and like he probably read something online because you were like going on and on about your health. And I was like, oh Christ. I was like, what did you do, dude? Did you go drum up what's that WebMD or some shit and scare the fuck out of yourself?
Probably.
Yeah, back away from that stuff, man.
WebMD is a scary place.
It is a good place to get misdiagnosed. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. If you're having an issue, go talk to a doctor about it. Like really, you're gonna only like, because like anything, you could say I have any symptom, and I'm sure that any fucking symptom known to mankind is probably associated with some sort of fucking terminal illness. Like as a starting point, like, oh, my stomach doesn't feel good. Okay, well, you probably have colon cancer. Like, yeah, like I mean, that's going to the most extreme. I mean, obviously, a doctor before he runs a test can't tell you what it is and what it isn't. You know what I mean?
Right.
They could give you the absolute worst possible outcome, but that doesn't necessarily, you know. Like, I don't even want to hear it. Like, just find out. I'll find out when I get the results.
This is how much. Because
like, don't say I think. You know, don't as a doctor. If there's something there, like, don't think that. Like, don't let me know ahead of time that you think it might be cancerous.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Wait till the results
Test
are in.
it.
No, because then I'll lose my mind until you give me the test results.
Right.
Like, I'll start imagining in my head that I'm for sure going to die, and I'll be like outside, like watching nature. Like, you know what I mean? Maybe, like, spending more alone time. Maybe, like, you know, do something ridiculous, like clear my checking account and just go out and fucking...
Sounds like a good time.
Yeah, it's like, oh, well, let's just go piss all my fucking money away because I'm not going to need it. I'll be dead soon. You know?
I noticed here, I went back to see if I did look up something, so I'm just giving an old peek of the old history. But I do have in here Googled... Because here's the thing. My wife, bless her heart, I love her to death. We're not religious, but for some reason, I think just because it's been tradition her whole life, she still does the don't eat meat on Good Friday bit.
Really?
So here's my Google search. Loophole for Good Friday.
Oh.
I guess I was looking for if there's like some reason why
Probably not.
You can get around. No, you can't, because I got lobster and seafood and
yeah, but that's not.
stuff.
Yeah, I know, and even that's bullshit. Because like, no, you can't have red meat or chicken, but you can have fucking seafood.
Well, the rule of Good Friday is meat is defined as land animal, not of freshwater or saltwater.
Yeah, because I know that's why. I think that's originally why like McDonald's started the fillet of fish. Was
Right.
For, yeah.
And they'd always, and I bet Good Friday of it, they were 2 for $2.
Yeah,
Or
right.
whatever.
It's usually
They always did
time
that.
right around Easter, like around Lent or
But
whatever.
yeah, the whole Lent season.
Yeah,
I think
that they're
they do it
usually on
actually.
special of some sort. But I didn't pay any attention to that shit when I was younger. Like, even when I was in a household of practicing Catholics, I mean, obviously, when I was subjected to just eat whatever they were going to give me, I didn't really have much of a choice. But then, like, once I got out into the working world, I remember, like, I would have a shift that day. My mother would be like, "It was Good Friday. Did you eat meat?" I'm like, "Oh, shit, yeah." Like, when? Oh, I stopped by Wendy's on my lunch or whatever, my break. She'd be like,
I just
like, really, like, that's like, I mean, obviously, like, I listen, I'm not a religious guy. I understand abiding by certain moral codes and whatever, but like, what God's going to damn me to hell for? Like, get the fuck out of here! Like, that was some nonsense made up. That was.
Yeah.
I don't ever even remember it being dictated by Jesus Christ himself to do that.
It's probably because
It's some horseshit from the 1600s.
The villages were running low on land animals, so they said,
"Oh yeah,
you can't eat any of this shit for a day. We got to ration it. Go get something out of the fucking drink."
Or I don't know, or just some bullshit rule that you know, if you're religious, you're just into. There's also part of it that's just you're really into telling what people what to do. What
I searched disease in my history
last night.
No,
do
no,
you not
no.
remember this?
No. I just now searched disease in my history. So it searches my history for the word disease. There was a Google search done on Valentine's Day. Kidney disease, orange urine.
On Valentine's
Day, yeah. February 13th, I searched the stages of chronic kidney disease.
Oh my God.
Because that was the other thing I said. My kidneys feel like I got a fight with Mike Tyson.
You need to stop. I don't Google this shit. Like, no wonder
That's
you're
bad.
I don't. I mean,
I bet what is going to show up if I searched my history for pain? Kidney pain and shortness of breath. I told you I checked to see if my eyes are turning yellow every morning.
You need to take a deep breath. I mean, maybe you shouldn't like get shit faced drunk every night, but there's a lot of people that hold on a long fucking time drinking all the time. So
that's
like,
true.
Yeah, like,
and I'm not like I'm not like the guy off of Shameless where I wake up and start drinking.
No.
I just like to kick back in the evenings.
Yeah, kick back with a two
until Matt gets the "I'm fucked" message.
Yeah, everything was all in caps. I was like, all right. I myself normally on a Friday, if you hit me up, I'd be 2 sheets to the wind too. I'm like, yeah, let it out. But I wasn't. Like, I'd had like one beer and I was like, I'm like, what are you talking about? Just make sure before you start getting all dramatic. Are you canceling on me? Because then I was going to start screaming at you. And then it was just, it was kind of like, I can't deal with this level of intensity from him right now. Like,
all right, well, let's.
That's sad though, for all the crazy shit that could be like that. When I was yelling at you and you ignored me, that was when I was reaching out before I put the pillowcase over my head to fucking stop the brain splatter.
The last thing on his phone is, "Are you canceling on me?" Boom.
That's all.
Cherry pie all over the wall.
I told you didn't give a shit about me. It's just me getting to the show. He's never given a fuck about my feelings. You're right. Fuck your feelings.
Let's get on with it.
Yes, sir. We got a whole bunch of shit to cover in this one. There's a whole lot of things going on. And I guess first, this has been a recurring segment of sorts. If you listen to every episode, you probably know where this is going just by that music. Turn it up just a little bit. Oh. Ooh.
Rap snack.
Yes. The unofficial sponsor of Here for the Insults podcast.
We're back with the Rap Snacks.
Rap Snacks. These are two new ones. These are not potato chips.
No. We have switched it up.
Well, I just saw that they were available in the store, and I said, "Oh shit!" And there's two different versions of popcorn. Ahead of this. I'm not a popcorn eating kind of guy. I just don't eat popcorn very much. It's okay, right? But like, I'm not. It's not a thing for me. I don't ever have bags of it sitting in the microwave. I might get a little bit in the movie theater just because they have like the legit butter shit.
Yeah.
But all in all, it kind of gets in my teeth. It kind of gets on my nerves. I don't normally get it.
I don't like that, but I will tell you that shiny purple, I think it's Utz bag of white cheddar popcorn.
Good.
I will destroy. Absolutely destroy it. So what we have here first is Migos' white cheddar with a dab of ranch.
I guess we were kind of hoping that the song would get back to that.
But it didn't.
Taking too long.
I'm going to open it up here.
Right,
Fresh.
with a dab of ranch.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Migos, for coming in a little late.
Smells like white cheddar. Don't smell ranch.
Yeah.
Well, there is only a dab of ranch.
It's a shame that this is in a video
Audio
form.
I know.
Everybody can see that half-ass stupid fucking dab you just did.
Oh.
Yeah, it's the Migos. Does it have like their? I like to see their. Yeah, it's got the messages on the back.
Oh yeah, read that. I forgot.
I don't know. This might have been the same message that because we had the potato chips. But those were sour cream with a dab of ranch.
Yes.
Which they just taste like sour cream and onion, right? Kinda,
correct.
Yeah. As of right now, as far as I'm concerned, Fabulous's New York white deli cheddar. That's still my strongest one out of any of the ones we've tasted.
Yeah, I think that one is probably the best.
Yeah, here we go. We take pride in setting the tone for culture of hip-hop. We will always remember what got us here. Hard
Popcorn.
work. Yeah, hard work, dedication, and teamwork. Our dreams are what inspire us. Don't stop dreaming with a dab of ranch. Migos. I added the dab of ranch part. I just think it's so silly. You're jabbering songs about dab of ranch and then you want to be all inspirational. Fuck out of here. Everybody knows green jelly, the Three Little Pigs, but I don't feel like you hear the singer of green jelly going out there. Everything came together because I followed my dreams and worked hard, persevered. It sounds like borderline like a Gatorade commercial.
Yeah.
I see these three guys from Migos doing 40-yard dashes and they're sweating in whatever color the Gatorade that they were drinking was. But no, at this point they're sweating ranch. Just a dab of it though. A little on the forehead.
I hope that's not how they flavor the popcorn.
With Migos sweat.
Migos' dab of ranch sweat.
Migos cheesy ranchy sweat.
I will say I could taste the ranch a little bit.
That's right up front.
I didn't smell it, but I get the ranch right away when I taste it. It's not bad. It also goes away really quick. Nothing sticks around for me.
I'm just happy that none of this stuff's spicy. I don't know what's going on with me, man.
What does it hurt? Your stomach?
No, it's just my mouth. It's my tongue. It's just I don't know, my tongue's way more sensitive to it. It would be more alarming if it was my gut that went, there are certain things I don't eat a whole lot of pork. I like bacon and stuff, but a pork loin or whatever, I don't know, it makes me feel like it gives me a little bit of the bubble guts. Yeah, like pork loin. I can do a pork chop or a pork roast. Yeah, I always feel like shit after I eat that.
Huh.
But I can have a pizza with pepperoni on it. We do. I'd rather do beef anyway. Briskets. I've gotten into that lately. Doing the brisket. It's just I don't have a smoker, but indirect heat.
Yeah,
on a propane grill. Give it a good rub before you put it on there. It's still fucking banging.
You could also get a little aluminum foil tray. Throw some wood chips in it, and then because here's the thing: you smoke a brisket. You don't smoke a brisket for 17 hours.
No, not
you
unless
smoke
it's huge.
it for 2 to 3. Then you're not going to get first of all, it might be too much smoke, and then it becomes a bitter flavor. But it will also.
It's pretty good, man.
I know.
I'm putting the house. I'm also hungry though.
It will also not accept any more smoke. Once you get a deep enough smoke layer, it won't take anymore.
You're getting way too scientific about it, though. Like,
I'm just letting you know.
I had one of those trays that sit in the middle of the burners.
Yeah.
And you can put wood chips in. I had one of those, but I've had it for a while.
Yeah.
And I think it's basically just kind of rusted out. Like, I've taken it out of the grill and stuff before. I gotta get another one.
I need a new grill. I like the pit beef.
Yeah.
Ugh, I've been digging that lately.
Yeah, but these are all right. That's pretty solid. I would buy a bag of these. This was better. I think this was better than the chips. You know what I mean?
I don't like it better than all the chips.
I know I'm eating the fuck out of it, but like I said, I haven't eaten today, so I'm just being a fat fuck. Anyway, radio silence. This is good stuff. Listen as we get quiet because our fat asses are stuffing our faces.
We're just taking a moment.
It's all right though.
What if we did a rap snacks bracket?
I feel like if we were going to do that, we should have started that before we got into taste of fucking.
Why? You can't do the bracket without having them all.
I know, but we should have done it as we were.
Oh, right.
Find another snack or
That's
somebody's
my favorite part. Finger licking.
This is my favorite.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
I mean,
they snackable.
I just would love to see this being recorded in the studio, and like, I mean, how serious or unserious they were taking it.
Yeah.
Anyway, we do have another flavor.
We do. We have a second.
Yeah. This. I'm wondering if maybe they pulled the plug on her having her own flavor after releasing it, or maybe they just don't give a fuck. But
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, but you know. Anyway, it's Cardi B's. What's it called?
Honey Drip Butter Popcorn.
Which I have strong feelings about this. Just the flavor alone sounds like that might be money.
Being successful in life and in the music business is all about being true to who you are, knowing your self-worth, never sweating the small things, and always following your gut instincts.
Drugging men and robbing them also helps.
If you follow this rule of thumb, it will eventually create a recipe for success. Fuck, I'm inspired.
Does she have like a big fake butt? Like, I mean, with implants in her ass?
I don't know.
I don't really know anything about Cardi B.
Me neither.
So, except for that, like, cartoon picture on the front. I didn't know what
it could be Missy Elliott for all I know.
I know what Missy Elliott looks like.
This smells disappointing.
Does it? Does it smell like it just took your wallet? You reach around, make sure you hold on to your back pocket.
I don't know. As it, got to air it out a little bit.
Yeah, you get that. It's honey drip butter, right? Or something like that. The honey butter. Yeah, let's see what we got. Oh, that was an awful face you just made. This isn't a video format, but he made a quite a yucky face.
That was awful.
Is this Cardi B?
Put it on.
Yes.
Sounds like the same song we were just listening to.
Okay.
I'm waiting for her to come out and be like, a dab of ranch, the dab of ranch.
I don't know about this. I'm going to tell you.
Who's it? This isn't her rapping. Where the fuck is her?
She's coming.
God damn. This is what?
Oh, no. This is featuring Cardi B.
Yeah, no. You want
sorry.
a Cardi B song featuring maybe somebody else, not somebody else.
Cardi B and Bruno Mars. Here we go. Rock the house. Right after this Monday.com ad.
I'm so glad that we're so professional at this.
There's moments when you're like, oh, I'm coming around to this. But the flavor, like, it recreates itself multiple times while it's in your mouth. And I don't know if I was ready for honey on popcorn.
Oh, it sounds delicious.
I know. I like buttered popcorn, and I like honey.
Yeah. Sounds like a win-win. Like, I feel like a honey butter anything.
Let me see those other ones. I need to clear my palate.
What's that other one? Oh, the
dab of ranch.
You want the?
Do I need to put the song back on?
No, you got to put the. Where the fuck is the? This is her, okay, right? Turn it up a little bit. I'm not completely unfamiliar with her, so I want to hear how bad she is.
This is Bruno Mars.
Is this Bruno Mars featuring Cardi B?
No, Cardi B and Bruno Mars.
You can't just find something with just her ass. We've gone through like 2 minutes of audio. I've yet to hear this bitch once. Please, just Cardi B.
It's because she's not good enough.
Well, I don't need her feet. Like Lil Kim had Lil Kim songs, okay?
Here.
I know I'm gonna hate her. Unless she does it. Turn it up a little bit.
This is porn.
Huh?
These chicks have their tops off.
Well, turn it up.
I was born to flex. Diamonds on my neck. I like boarding jets. I like more than sex. But nothing in this world that I like more than checks. Money. All I really wanna see is the money. I don't really need a D, I need the money. All a bad bitch need is the money. I got bands in the coop. Bustin' out the roof. I got bands in the coop.
I don't know if I hate her like this. Like I'm really into. I haven't even tasted the popcorn yet. I'm just. I kind of like it because of how bad it is.
I need a jet, shit. I need room for my legs. I got a baby. I need some money. Yeah. I need teeth for my eggs.
Breastfeed. She was breastfeeding in the music video.
Okay, let's go for her.
There's all the old white men she was robbing. All right. She's weird.
I kind of am into Cardi B.
Now I'm telling you, I don't know what it was. I wasn't ready for it. I wasn't expecting how it was gonna taste. I don't know.
All right, here we go. Sorry, I was just really, I was really intrigued by this song. I like more than it's just so dumb. Like
I like boarding checks. I like morning sex.
I don't really need a D, I need the all a bad bitch need is the I got pants in the coop.
Not the roof. Kind of like those. I'm ashamed to admit it.
The popcorn fucker.
I'm letting it taste this. I'm sorry. I'm like this is being such a bad ghost.
Fucking over there dancing. You're like this.
I know. I don't know why I'm so into this garbage. It's okay.
It had something weird to me. I think I just wasn't ready for that flavor or something.
I still think I like the other one a little bit better, but I would put this probably in still like the top 5 of them. Though.
That's my bottom.
Just wrong. Yeah! Yes! Yes! I was waiting for her to say something about eating ass. And she just did. You hear? Should you eat this ass like a souffle? That's fucking hilarious. See, I can't get mad at that because it's just funny, like hearing like a chick rap all hard and then talk about how you're gonna eat her ass in some sort of manner. Because when I was working at Domino's, I have no idea what rap artist this was, but the girls, it was like younger, like teenage, like high school age girls, and they were in the back like doing prep work, and they had a little stereo going. And I just remember I was back there folding boxes, and this chick's rapping all about gangster shit. And then she's like, I let him eat my ass. I've talked about this
3 fucking times, Jack. I was just going to let you go. We'll fill some time. We'll get the fuck out of here.
Dude, I'm like becoming the old man. I can repeat certain stories, and that's fine because everyone's going to some level. Even if professional radio people, whatever. But I was introducing it like I've never said it before. Anyway.
Yeah.
Cardi B, you're all right with me.
Trash.
He thinks it's trash. I don't really approve of you being like, but I kind of feel when you're putting out music like that, where like she's talking about how hard ass she is and all that, I'm not terribly surprised that she was drugging people and fucking, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I know that you're supposed to separate the art or how you act like a normal human being. Like, I could sing a death metal song about murdering people, but I'm not really trying to live that life.
Right.
Where they're like, I live that life. I feel like I have to do that to get, like, your street cred, It's not like Cannibal Corpse, was required to kill a couple of people to get legitimate street cred to play death metal. You know,
I'm pretty sure neither did Insane Clown Posse. They didn't actually run around stabbing people.
Why do we have to bring it back to ICP? There's like a million artists in this, and you always got to bring them up.
Violent. I mean, the guy's name is Violent J, but he's probably not really that violent.
I mean, he was a pro wrestler. I mean,
again, so he was an actor.
Yeah, but there's no way to act hitting someone over the head with a steel chair. You know what I mean?
There's no way to act like you're hitting someone over the head with a steel chair as hard as you can, when in reality you're only hitting them as hard as they can handle.
Well, they don't hit anyone over the head at all with the steel chair anymore.
They don't?
No, concussion stuff, man. Seriously, they reeled it back in because Benoit had that the CTE or whatever they call it
when he killed himself and his family.
Yeah, because they like studied his brain and like Junior Seau. The only thing is that they can't determine whether or not you have it unless they like it. It would have to be post-mortem.
Right.
It doesn't. It's not like it comes up in an MRI. It's something like that they discover when they take your brain like literally out of your head.
Right.
But I don't know much more about that, and I don't really want to go down a whole concussion talk thing because that's all I know about it. That's it. Yeah. They're just covering. They're just saving face because you saw all that shit happening, and they got 20 years of film of people just being absolutely hammered across the head with steel chairs. Like, I mean, bad. You know, like it's a wonder Mick Foley is like not completely out of his mind.
Yeah.
Because like there's that. I don't remember what pay-per-view it was. There was that match he had against The Rock, and The Rock handcuffed him and bludgeoned him with a steel chair. And they knew about it. They discussed it going out. Like, you know, he was like, we got to make you the bad guy, and the crowd will legitimately hate you, and they're going to feel sympathy and I'll be the hero out of it. So I think it was like 27 straight clocks to the head with a steel chair completely unprotected. Like, I mean, no, even the other times, a lot of times they'd put a hand up.
Right.
You know, it's just, you're still making contact, but it softens the blow a little bit.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, his hands were handcuffed behind his back, and his wife and kids were front row. You ever seen that movie Beyond the Mat?
No.
Oh, dude, worth a watch. Very good.
I've seen The Wrestler.
Oh, The Wrestler. I love The Wrestler. I mean, there was plenty of guys that are in the wrestling business that were in that movie. Not real big names, but Ron Killing's probably the biggest one. He's R-Truth in WWE.
Magic Mike.
Kevin Nash.
Yeah, that's who it was. Yeah, Kevin Nash.
Yeah.
The Wolfpack.
Yeah, he like when they grew his hair out and dyed the shit out of it.
Then they do this, and they went,
too sweet.
Is that what that is? Too sweet?
Yeah.
I remember Degeneration X. Suck it.
Yeah. Well, because the Too Sweet thing came back with the Bullet Club.
Don't know what that is.
I ain't gonna get all into it, but like they straight ripped it off, but they kind of like made it their own thing,
right?
And it was like Too Sweet Me, bro, and that's when you do the little thing. And then they apparently WWE bought the copyrights of it, so then they were just doing one finger and like calling it something else because like
that seems stupid.
Well, WWE owns all the old film and has really high-powered lawyers. They could probably get it copyrighted pretty quickly, you know?
Yeah.
Anyway. I'm not talking about concussions or pro wrestling anymore.
Okay. What do you want to talk about?
Well, I guess we covered all the other times.
You said you had a band thing.
Yeah. Most of the listeners that hear this probably already
Mike
know.
unblocked me.
Oh, he never blocked anyone.
Oh, he left Facebook for a little bit.
Yeah, he deactivated.
That's right.
Which that actually made me feel a little bit better.
I'm thinking about just going dark.
Why?
I was thinking maybe
I need you to help with social media for this podcast.
No, what I would do is I could just use the show account.
Oh.
And sign it, Sean, when I...
You would just be on there all the fucking time anyway, just to look at things to get mad about.
Yeah, I get mad about
Yeah,
all that
you would go on there, I got to poke around and see something that aggravates me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, which I get, but I mean, I guess you could do it and you'd probably be fine. It's not like you post a whole lot anyway.
No, I don't.
The only time you really comment on anything is when you're commenting on something just to fuck with me.
That's pretty true.
That's about it.
Anyway.
So,
You want to tell them about all the work that's been going on down here? I see there's a drum set over here. I don't believe it's Mike's.
It's not. All right.
There's a new kid in town.
No, well.
Mind your P's and Q's, kid, or you'll be out of here.
No.
That's how this band works. It's not even 3 strikes, you're out. It's, well, one
Dude,
and a half.
Yeah, this is the third person to come and go from this band.
Since you've been there.
Yeah, I'm like pretty much an original member.
Well, they were a band. Like not Ira.
Fletch.
Goat and
Russ.
Russ. Oh, but Russ is gone.
Yeah, Russ quit.
You pushed him out.
I did not
You
push
pushed
him
out. You flexed nuts. You pushed him out.
He had to be flexed nuts on.
Oh, shit.
It's better off that he's not in the band anymore.
I forgot that story already.
Yeah. It's I didn't feel bad about that. The whole Mike issue I felt bad about.
You instigated that.
I didn't instigate any of it. I never. No.
Maybe I'm instigating.
Don't bring me. Yeah, you're instigating it. I never had. I haven't shared the story. Fletch got fired, whatever, and then we replaced him with Ira, and Ira's like one of my favorite human beings. He's great. And he better stay that fucking way. So anyway. Mike's our drummer. I'm not. Him and Goat like worked together, and they were like button heads at practice or whatever. And I don't know how much of this shit. I'm like fretting over it. They're button heads or whatever, so we were gonna like look for consider maybe looking into a new drummer. Just to see what was out there. It wasn't really like, no, definitely he's got to go. He's got blah, blah, blah. Like he did something totally fucked up. We all don't like him. It wasn't anything like that. So, I heard Goat out. I didn't talk to anyone. Our bass player talked to one guy who was potentially one guy. Are you laughing because you know where the story's going?
Yeah,
this is the crazy shit about this fucking story. Is like I always thought at a certain age that people stopped acting like a certain way, but this is not true. Anyway, he spoke to this guy once. This guy was not even friends with our drummer on Facebook. I don't know if they know each other, but they didn't have any social media connection. He screenshotted the conversation that he had with our bass player, which there wasn't anything bad said.
Right.
There was nobody's there is none. There's zero. There's no trash talk at all. It was basically just saying, hey, we're just seeing what our options are, whatever. And that guy screenshotted that conversation and sent them to Mike, our drummer. He's denied it when we have asked about it. I can't remember the guy's name. The only person I will trash talk is him. Fuck you, dude. Fuck you. You're a fucking child. Grow up. You caused an unnecessary problem. And I, it upset all of us because like, I like Mike. I like Mike plenty. We all do. I don't know. I didn't want that to happen. It just sucks. But after that, he basically just popped in our group chat, and Mike dropped the 3 screenshots of our bass player talking to this other guy about potentially being in the band. And just said, oh, yeah, you guys got till Friday to come get your stuff or I'm putting it in the alley. So, and then we just picked our gear up. I haven't spoken to him since. I haven't really made an attempt to reach out because I don't know what I could say. Like, it wasn't me that did it. But your decision is going to be made, and I didn't feel like arguing with anyone. Like let it blow over. He'll be cool. It'll be what it is,
Was Mike original?
Yeah, and where we also practiced that, so that threw us for a loop too. But when we moved the podcast stuff down here to the basement, I had already thought long term about wanting to make this a space to play music in anyway. All this kind of did was just kind of say like, oh, well, you're going to do it right the fuck now,
Right.
So I got a PA and stuff and the gear here, and we're practicing here, and we tried out a couple drummers. There's been some that like have talked to us and like flaked out. A couple where it was like, one tryout and they backed out. It's been a lot of horse shit. Not everybody wants to play the same. There's drummers out there, but that, they might hear our stuff and they might like it, but that's not necessarily what they want to play.
Right,
so,
right.
You can't force it. It's a shame too, because we've came across some really talented people who were like, yeah, I don't know, this isn't exactly what I want to play, but you guys are really good. Like, fuck.
Yeah.
We do have a fill-in, pretty much. I guess I can announce that officially. Like that. This is going to be a permanent drummer, but the shows that we're booked for coming up, we will be playing. He's involved in another band, so he I guess like they're still doing studio work before they actually start doing more shows, because I think they've only done like one show,
right?
Which is fine. I get that. That's kind of like how we should have handled it, I think. But. So I guess in the meantime, he just wants to go play out, and he's capable. Like, he came down here and practiced with us last night, and hadn't even played any of these songs at all. Just listened to them, and he was already kind of like 60% there. Basically, just had to.
Are those his drums?
Yeah.
How's he recording in the studio?
They barely. The other guy that he's in the band with. I don't know if he plays guitar or whatever, but he's doing something different. But he has been at their practice place. It's that guy's kit.
Oh.
So he's like, I've just been using his kit, so I didn't have to move mine. He's like, but mine, he's like, I can't even play at home.
Right.
He's like, because he like lives in like a mobile home park. So he was like, I haven't touched this kit in a while. He's like, because it's just been sitting there, and that's why I haven't gotten a chance to even play your guys' stuff. But he came down here, and I mean, he knows what he's doing. He's good. So we will be at all the shows coming up. The next one's May 12th at Fishhead Cantina.
Shocker.
Opening for Metal Church.
I'm surprised.
Which that should be a cool show if you're into older school metal. And anyone's listening, we have tickets for sale to that. Sunday, May 12th. We'll be there.
Are you still booking new shows?
I haven't made any effort to, just because I didn't really honestly know if we were going to have anybody to play at all until like literally last fucking night.
Right.
I don't want to push too hard. This guy said he's willing to fill in the dates we got. If something really cool, like a cool opportunity, I would run it by all of them.
Right.
But I don't want to like just start taking whatever shows if he's not going to be a permanent drummer. I can't. I'm not going to like try to like back him in against the wall on something, So we have that show. We have 3 shows lined up, but they're over the course of 3 months. It's one show a month. I'm kind of hoping that we can get a permanent member and like kind of hit the overdrive in the meantime. But he's saving that show, which would be a big show, so that's good.
How many shows did you have to cancel because of Mike?
2.
Oof.
The one was I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks ago. That was supposed to be that place McAvoy's I was telling you about, with the burger with Chipotle mayo that lit me up. And actually one that was going to be tonight. I'm still going to it, but it was opening up for Eyes of the Nile, which is an Iron Maiden tribute band at Sparta. So I'm still going. I'm going to go support. And plus, the Eyes of the Nile is really fucking good if you're into Iron Maiden. If you want to go hear Iron Maiden played right, you should go see them. I mean, unless you're actually going to see Iron Maiden, So, still going to go and support. It's a really big bummer. I wasn't so upset about the McAvoy's show. It wasn't attended very well. I was surprised that they were playing metal in that, because I've been in that bar once before, and it's like in a strip mall, kind of. Like a Pfeiffer, like Pfeiffer's is.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And it just never looked like a type of place. I didn't even know where the fuck they were going to put the bands when I first heard that they were doing shows there.
Yeah.
Apparently there was a guy that was outside of the show who like heard like there was a whole group that went in, and I don't know. I don't know what band was on stage at the time. But apparently they left. Like they were walking out front, and the one person said that they vocally heard them. I don't mind them playing heavy shit, but goddamn, those motherfuckers don't even sound like they can play their instruments.
Is this Others May Fall?
No, I've never done a show with Others May Fall. I would, but like, I absolutely would because they put on a fun show. But I don't know how well we would be received in front of like a crowd there to see a pop punk show. Part of me would like revel in if they hated us. Like I would love that. Like put me right dead center in a fucking pop punk lineup where we have no business being at. It'll go one or two ways. They'll fucking hate us, or there'll be people that are into the heavy stuff or just for the night, just because they're in the mood. Because like
they're there partying, they're gonna dig whatever.
Because our shows aren't as much of a party. Like Brian's done very well at marketing and taking like he only does certain shows, certain places, and everything's like a themed party kind of thing. So he's got like this younger crowd. Like they have a bunch of ones where like, oh, it's fucking. They do like one year every year. It's like the anti Valentine's Day thing, and they like ask everybody to like dress like zombies or whatever. And young chicks are into that shit. Yeah, you know what I mean? They're into that shit, but because young chicks are into that shit, then you'll also have a bunch of dudes that'll go too.
Right.
But then it's a big drunken party. And like, hey, that's fun. Like, I just don't know how that would be applicable. Like, I would feel really, you could do that to pop punk. I would feel like the most pretentious poser, like,
I got a loaded guy complex, cock it and pull it.
Yeah, you won't hear any of that out of me. I just feel like if you did that as like in a heavy band, it would just be too silly.
Could you? That'd be kind of funny though. Like, what if you?
I mean, I guess you could do it.
What if you, as a heavy death metal band, you went out there? How many songs do you play a night? 10?
It depends on how long we got. Honestly, if it's like a half-hour set, which most of them are, we usually only get like 6 or 7 songs.
Okay, you get set. Let's say you get 7 songs. What if you played 3 heavy death metal songs, and then you just threw in this pop song?
That would be awful for me singing it. Anything pop.
But it would like throw everybody off. It'd be funny.
Yeah,
you did like Blink-182.
there are no, that would never happen. I despise them so much. There are metal bands that done that. Fuck.
Well, I remember I just watched a video of Corey Taylor doing SpongeBob.
Oh yeah. I've seen that before. But that was like an acoustic show, though.
Yeah, he was like,
you got a little bit more wiggle room. He's not going to go up there in the Slipknot masks and do that. No.
But he was like, "Are you maniacs? I'm not doing fucking SpongeBob." And they were like, "SpongeBob!" And he goes, "You guys are fucking crazy. Are you ready, kids?"
Yeah, of course. I mean, well, like I said, he's just doing that and being silly. That's a little bit different.
Yeah. What if you played a death metal version of the SpongeBob song?
There was this band, it's like a thrash band called Exemptus.
Yeah.
And I saw them open up for Earthworm Von Doom. I'm trying to get those guys on this podcast at some point. I like those dudes a lot. And they played they only played like the first verse, I think. They didn't play the whole song. But it was like a heavy version of All I Want Is for Christmas Is You. This was right before, it was only a couple days before Christmas, I think. But it was just, like a thrash version of it, and they just did like the first verse, you know?
Right. Yeah.
And it was good for a chuckle,
Yeah.
you know? I mean, I can't say that it's nice when there's a fun, like, it's fun.
Right.
I like the serious, I'm going to beat your head in shit too, but I can get into fun now and then.
Right.
There's, I don't know, having to cancel any shit, it all really fucked, like, dude, I was pretty fucking bummed out about all this, but with that, fortunately, the other guys are still gung-ho, and they want to keep this shit going, and they've been helping me out with the basement thing, and we got a lot more work to do down here, but...
Did you say you're going to end up drywalling and everything?
Yeah, that's the plan. It's going to be a while. It's going to be in steps.
Do you frame that out outside of the...
No, he said that I don't really want to talk all about it because then we can see this shit. But like he said, there's like starter strips where you can just they're like flat pieces of wood, and then you would just mount them, and then you could just drywall on top of it rather than like studding it all out officially.
Right.
But it's for stuff like this.
Gotcha.
You know, I mean, now if I had a very cold basement that was making you want to make my house more efficient, I don't really need to. It kind of stays the same temperature down here whenever. Like then you would want to stud it out, insulate it, whatever.
Right.
I'm going to insulate the ceiling, but that's actually more for
sound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to try to like keep it a little more contained. It's not super loud here. I mean, it's loud in the house. But I don't have to worry about the neighbors is what I mean.
Why? You're going to insulate. Why wasn't the electric ran through the rafters?
Oh, no. This shit that you're seeing?
Yeah.
That's not the electric.
What is that?
That's Verizon wires.
Verizon sucks.
Yeah, but that's our FiOS stuff.
That's gonna have to be taken out and drilled through the rafters.
Nah, no, you don't want to compromise the rafters. You would have to.
They drill through rafters it's just a hole as big as the cable. How else are you going to drywall over the top of that cable?
I don't know if we'll drywall.
They do that all the
ceiling.
time.
I don't know. Dude, it's one thing at a time, man. I'm not. I can assure you this. I'm not officially doing any of it. Someone with a brain who knows what they're doing, I'll be helping.
You're a dumb person.
I'm not handy.
I can't do it.
I'm not handy. Like he came down here, did all the power things, he knocked it out in like an hour or two. Because he kept saying it's no big deal. I can knock it out, and like I hate. I love when people are being friendly, but like I always feel bad. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I appreciate your help, but like I also feel
juicing them for work.
Well, I don't want anybody to feel like that, but also it's like he doesn't mind because like he wants to play in this band and it helps.
Is he an electrician?
Not officially.
Oh, so all this shit's not up to code.
He knows what he's doing, but he's not like licensed.
I'll be calling Glen Burnie.
Go ahead. Let him know. They'll probably say it's fine.
Yeah, so we're too busy with this guy fucking barricaded at his house. Didn't that just happen the other day?
Oh, yeah. There was
near here.
I know that apartment complex well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, my mom's ex-boyfriend guy, she dated for a little bit. I think he lived right on the same street, actually.
Yeah.
He definitely was in that apartment complex, for sure. But it might have been, that was years ago that he lived there. But, I mean, that's wild, though.
Yeah.
I saw, like, a live Facebook feed about that. And you saw, like, the SWAT armored, like, those like what they call them, APVs, armored personnel vehicles, or
APC.
Armored personnel like carriers or what. It basically looked like that.
Yeah,
I was like, Jesus fucking
military.
Christ! I figured you'd see some like cruisers and like you see in the movies, everybody's got their guns drawn, like leaned against the hood,
doors open,
and you got some dude on the bullhorn, like, bah!
Step out of the house with your arms in the air,
and we can guarantee your safety. I don't know exactly what happened. It was just some crazy cracked out looking white guy. Apparently he killed some dude. Shot him. I don't know the guy. I don't know anything else about it. From the looks of it, it just sounds like he looks like a cracked out piece of shit or something.
God rest his soul.
Yeah, he's going to prison.
Don't do crack.
Yeah, maybe stay off the glass stick. Yeah, but that's the story of the band. We're going to still keep going, goddammit. We ain't going no fucking where.
That's a shame.
You understand? No, you will never escape us, motherfucker. So, but we're still keeping, like, rehearsals open. So if anyone hears this, if like, please, number one, you have to be, like, kind of like a metal drummer, okay? Even if you're a punk drummer, that's acceptable. But don't be
Is
like...
that just because they can play fast?
Yeah. Well, you can make that adaptive.
Right.
But we've had some goobers hit us up online.
Really?
Yeah. Uh-huh. I mean, our bass players fielded most of it. I don't really do the talking. They're the actual musicians in the band, so like I let them kind of handle this. I've thrown some names and stuff, at them or whatever. But, dude, there was one guy who hit us up and was like, oh... I was on this album that it was released, right? Like he did the drums on it. The album was put out in 1980. I was like, this motherfucker's probably older than our last drummer.
It's Mike's dad.
Yeah, that's exactly what he said. He's like, what was that, Mike's father? He's like 70. And dude, it was like this weird ass synth psychedelic shit. Like the synth and stuff, the one song I listened to, it was like a minute and a half before the drums even began to get played.
What's the name of the band? Come on.
Polestar. Polestar, yeah. I think it's like Polestar 1, some shit like that.
You didn't see her.
I know, there's a bunch of different ones. There's like Polestar, I don't know.
Oh, no, there's a Polestar 1's also a car.
I know it was that because there was a couple different versions of it. Dude, do not subject. If they want to put it on, just start listening to the clips until you find something that sounds like old synth psychedelic stuff. Apparently, he talked to one other guy that said that he would consider coming to try out if we would be willing to cover a Poison song. This isn't it. This is awful, but that's not it.
I can't imagine there's a lot of bands named Polestar.
It was like Polestar 1 or something.
This looks old as fuck. Flying through the universe.
I think this is it. Yeah, this is it. That's why I said even when the drum beat, I was like, I feel like I could even play that.
Honestly,
it's like, did he even listen to us? Does he know anything about our band? Like, if I played this, and I would not even tell you that I played this. If I was like, hey, I'd like to enjoy your metal band. Here, listen to me play this. I would not send you this because I feel like this would be a horrible dictation of... Yeah, dude, that guy's got to be 70. All right, that's enough of that. That's enough of that.
Honestly, that sounds like some weird interlude in a Tool album.
Yeah. We always get some goofballs. It's nicer to get in contact with people that want to try out for your band with a Facebook page because then you can have a look at them.
Right.
And I know that like looks aren't everything, whatever, but usually you
got to be the hottest guys up there. Scissor Fist.
Yeah.
All the panties get wet when the Scissor Fist goes on.
We're some ugly motherfuckers. Man. There's my fat ass, and you got Goat, and he ain't got no fucking teeth. And like then you got
his fucking ears stink.
Oh yeah. Fucking you got Ira, who's like the old guy now.
That was posted by Rare and Obscure Metal Archives. Progressive rock from USA, flying through the universe, 1980.
Yeah.
Category music, if you'd like to call it that.
I mean, it is what it is. It's just not. It's not really what anywhere near what we're looking for. You know, it's like, oh, I would like to try out as a guitar player for your band, and like, you know, you just send me videos of you strumming some 3-chord country song bullshit on an acoustic guitar. It's like, you got to be at least kind of in our lane, bro. Like, you know,
was the guy Michael Bushman?
I have no idea. I didn't talk to him.
Because there's a guy that made a comment. Dave passed away last year. I guess that's one of the guys from the band.
Well, yeah, they're all like fucking 70.
This guy, Michael Bushman, says, I was blessed by having his association and playing and sharing music and unlimited conversations with
No, they were
Nada.
They were definitely limited conversations because he's dead now. You can't.
Well, yeah.
It's not unlimited.
Obviously.
Rest in peace. It just dumbfounds me how people will like reach out or like, you know, I was saying we were trying to find a new guitar player. One dude came and he by the practice space and he walks in and he's got like your Walmart special Strat. And we discussed how we drop tune and you just saw him deer in headlights.
Really?
Like he didn't even know what that was.
Oh wow.
It's like, dude, like I guess it would be if you were trying to interview people for a job. Like, there's probably the absolute.
Yeah, I had a guy come in, and I'm interviewing him, and he says,
"I'm here to fuck shit up."
He says, "Well, I want to start my own company."
All right,
and I said, "Great. Why do you want to work here?"
Yeah. You want to start your own company? Well, you're trying to just get the inside tip on us so you can be my competitor.
And then
I drink your milkshake.
And then without getting too technical here, I said he told me that he has a Microsoft Exchange server. That's the server that handles mail, like email. He said, I don't trust Office 365, which is the cloud-hosted email services. So he ran his own email server. I said, well, that's great. So that means you must keep your email server more secure than Microsoft's cloud environment. What have you done for security on your server? I said, what kind of firewall do you use? It's a security thing.
Yeah.
Nothing. Doesn't have anything in place. I said, so what makes your system more secure than Office 365? And he goes, well, I never really thought about it. I don't know. I said, okay. See ya.
Yeah, you're unqualified.
You're gone. You don't know anything.
Yeah.
And then level 1 guys come in, and I'm like, we intentionally break a printer in the office, and we're like, fix the printer. And they're like, I mean, these are graduates from UMBC. They've never touched a server, computer. It's all bookwork.
Well, okay, well, that's not fair.
Which I don't get. No, but take a hands-on class. Take a tech class. Go to ITT Tech or something. I don't fucking know. Don't waste my fucking time.
They'll hire people in our sales department at work.
Salespeople.
And them motherfuckers are like they're a bachelor in psychology. Or
Yeah.
like, how is that applicable to this?
Because they fucked up and chose the wrong degree to get.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to go for psychology.
Yeah, because it's interesting. I mean, it's interesting, yeah, but unless you're getting a fucking doctorate in it, and even then, I feel like any person that's going to like guide you on a career path, if you're going to get in the medical stuff, I mean, I've only heard this from Dr. Drew. He said,
Dr. Drew Pinsky.
Yeah, because he said he said be a specialist in anything. Just pick something because they make way more money. He's like, he's like being just a primary care doesn't pay a whole lot. And it's like way more work, and it's the only people that are doing it legitimately, or it's like a labor of love, like almost,
right?
Like that they have.
They like working with families and all that bullshit.
Yeah. Be a fucking knee specialist, or be like be ear, nose, and throat guy.
ENT.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I could get pretty gross.
I wouldn't want to do that. I've sat there and watched hours of video of them pulling shit out of ears, popping shit in noses.
No, thank you.
And then, have you ever seen the
tonsils? No. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. They get the little white No, this shit grosses me out. No, stop.
And they're all
No.
They pluck them out and they leave little holes.
No. No.
I forget what they're called.
I'm not one of those people that can look up those gross videos. Like even like when I would watch. Look, dude, I'm such a fucking pig. There's like popcorn on the floor all around me that's falling out of my hands. Like, I'm so awful.
All right. Well,
but, no. Listen, it's like the same, like when people would put Tosh.0 and shit on, and like, they start, but no. Ugh, it's so disgusting. I don't know why anybody would put themselves through that.
All right. Well, plug your shit.
Oh, okay.
We got to get out of here. I don't have any, I'll drop the, I did make an impact on the world.
Did you? How's that?
When I first started going to the liquor store, there used to be 2 facings of Wave. Check that out.
You've expanded the
there's
shelves.
There's now 4 facings of Wave.
Based only on you.
Yeah.
You basically own that shelf space.
It's mine.
You should put some here for the installed stickers right there. Hey, why don't you cut that down to 3 and just put a couple of our stickers right there?
I told you I wasn't lying. Got another one of those things on my leg.
Oh, come on, dude. May 12th, the Fishhead Cantina opening up for Metal Church, okay? June 22nd, we'll be back at Fishhead Cantina again for Fate Maker Fest. Day 2.
July 4th, they'll be at Fishhead Cantina.
No, we will. No, here's a curveball. July 27th, we will be at Sparta Inn opening for Show No Mercy, a Slayer tribute, which I'm all about.
You're opening for a Slayer tribute band?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, that and Pantera, which is it's a Pantera tribute band. That would actually be really cool.
I fucking get that.
Yeah, and they're from. I think it's because they're from Pennsylvania. I think.
Oh, that's a terrible bit.
Like Penn.
I liked it just because Penn instead of Pan.
Or like maybe,
I don't like it because they're from Pennsylvania. Is it PENN?
It's PENN, Pantera, and it is fronted by Penn Jillette.
What are you talking about?
That's where the pen really comes from. Penn Jillette's up here. I can't even do an imitation.
Penn Jillette plays the guitar. Teller sings.
No, Penn Jillette does vocals. I'm trying to do Slayer in a Penn Jillette voice, but I don't know how I would do that.
I don't know. What is Penn Jillette's voice? You have a Penn Jillette impersonation in your back pocket and you haven't shared it?
No, but I feel like I should work on it. Penn's got a very distinct voice. You ever listen to him? He's a really smart guy.
Christopher Walken has a distinct voice.
Dude, Penn Jillette is unmistakable, dude.
You know, what you got to do is...
yeah, but you and like that's another one, like everyone's got a Christopher Walken. No, he had a podcast I used to listen to. It was called Penn Sunday School, and that was really good.
I like Bullshit or whatever it was.
Yeah. That was a good show, too. Yeah.
All right, well, whatever. Goodbye.
We'll catch you next week.
Toodles.
Where's our outro music?
I just said 2 minutes ago I don't have it.
Oh, did you? I wasn't listening.
You don't have to listen.
I will give us a shout. Send us some emails at mailbag at herefortheinsults.com. Yeah, share it, like it, spread it, all that stuff. We love when you do that. That's how we keep this fucking thing.
This train rolling? No, that's not how we keep this train rolling. We keep this train rolling because I continue to come down here every fucking couple of weeks.
And when we keep getting bigger every week, everybody likes this stuff. Keep sharing it.
There would be revenue if that was the case. There is none.
And come out to the shows, come see Scissorfist, and if you know anybody who's like a legit drummer and wants looking to join a band of cool guys permanently, send them our way. We're still willing to give them a working over. We'll
give them a working over.
Yeah, two-handed spit shot.
Work out.
Yeah. So
work them over.
All right, we'll catch you next week, Toodles.
Look him straight in the eye, and I want to tell him what a cheap, lying, no-good, rotten, four-flushing, low-life, snake-licking, dirt-eating, inbred, overstuffed, ignorant, blood-sucking, dog-kissing, brainless, dickless, hopeless, heartless, fat-ass, bug-eyed, stiff-legged, spotty-lipped, worm-headed sack of monkey shit he is! Hallelujah! Holy shit! Where's the Tylenol?